Ah, yes. Philosophical gamer, the champion of Gen Z nihilism, wielding economic frustration like a toddler with a sledgehammer. His video, Gen Z jobs cost 50k to start and pay nothing LOL, is an almost poetic tantrum of half-baked historical analogies, cherry-picked costs, and weaponized self-pity. He claims that the mere attempt to get a job is a financial death sentence, implying that sitting on your mom's couch playing Fortnite is not only morally defensible but economically brilliant. The thesis? Being employed is the new bourgeois decadence, and TikTok is our proletarian uprising. Bravo. Let's dive deeper into this doomsday TED Talk for dropouts. Philosophical Gamer begins by trying to invalidate the principle that nothing is free by acknowledging that nothing is free. He then pretends this is some mind-blowing paradox rather than Economics 101. Jobs aren't free, he tells us, as if anyone thought they were. What he actually means is, life costs money, and I'm upset about it. Instead of passing that like an adult, he spirals into some great value brand Marxist critique of labour markets, all while perched atop a monetized YouTube throne that relies entirely on the labour of the same exploited masses he pretends to champion. He then pivots into a warped history lesson where the Enclosure Acts and the Industrial Revolution are reinterpreted with the historical literacy of a medieval peasant who just got Wi-Fi. Apparently, peasants were living blissful, tax-paying lives of pastoral equity until evil corporations kicked them off their land and turned them into factory slaves, as if feudalism was an egalitarian paradise until the steampunk capitalists showed up. And this, somehow, is supposed to be a direct one-to-one comparison with moving to Seoul for work in 2025. South Korea becomes his case study in modern wage slavery. Why? Because people need to move to Seoul to get jobs, and Seoul has a weird rental system called jeonse. His logic: because a young adult might need a lump sum deposit or parental support to move for work, the entire concept of employment is a scam. This argument hinges entirely on the idea that needing resources to access opportunity is a form of oppression, rather than, literally how civilization has always worked. Did it suck? Sure. Is it unique to Gen Z? Not remotely. Then the pièce de résistance, America. Or as he paints it, the great hellscape of three capitalist boss battles: car ownership, student loans, and healthcare. And in classic YouTube logic, because these things are expensive, working is now officially worse than being unemployed. This is the kind of deduction that would make a flat earther blush. Cars are expensive, therefore labor is net negative is not an argument. It's a diary entry written in debt and Doritos dust. And let's not forget his grand solution. Not unionization, policy reform, or even collective bargaining. Nope, the way out of this economic nightmare is to become an influencer. That's right, the most unstable, algorithm-controlled, ad-funded gig of them all. His big idea is that we should all throw our chips into the slot machine of social media, not because it's meaningful or viable, but because it's cheaper to start than a traditional job. This is less rebellion and more Stockholm Syndrome with a ring light. In short, Philosophical Gamer isn't dismantling capitalism. He's cosplaying revolution while live-streaming the collapse of his critical thinking. His entire framework is a fatalistic sermon for the chronically online, emotionally satisfying, factually laughable, and intellectually allergic to complexity. It's a pity party disguised as philosophy, a diatribe that weaponizes youth frustration without offering a single constructive idea outside of, don't try, maybe go viral. That's not resistance, it's surrender, with a thumbnail and a Discord server. But sure, tell your parents you're not working because nothing is free. I'm sure that'll pay the Wi-Fi bill.